Hello and welcome to this video on puzzles, but more specifically we're going to be looking at this lovely list of puzzle tactics ideas. We've got 18 of them, and we're going to go through some puzzles on chess.com. I've not seen these positions before. We're going to try obviously and solve them and make sure that our list is correct. You know what I mean? If we get some more ideas, we might add to the list. But we just want to familiarize ourselves with the list, and then in future videos we'll do deep dives onto each topic. So we do have Levy over here helping us. He says it's black to move and calculate for checkmate. So let's calculate for checkmate. King can't move anywhere. My first thought is this, which would be destruction. Yeah, number one, destruction, destroying the pawns in front of the king. And then I see there's a bishop that can come in here now. So that should be checkmate over there. Yeah, so we're going to be looking at tactics today. A lot of the tactics will involve obviously checkmates, but yeah, that's the kind of thing we want to look for. So yeah, another checkmate over here. Probably we've got this check over here. Queen is stopping this move, and yeah, there's no way to stop that. So yeah, that's an easy one. Right, on to the next. We do also I want to get to this level over here. I don't know what it's called. I think it's cloud or diamond or something. So let's try and get there. How can we win the game? Black, oh no, white to move. We've got a rook. They're about to promote. What I also want to do with these puzzles is I want to look at what does my opponent want, what do I want, and what's my opponent's response. And I want to calculate it all the way through before we make the move. And I think that's going to help us get better at the game. I'm thinking this is probably a good idea, but I don't know if we're going to be fast enough. So let's just look at the checks. Obviously, we know what our opponent wants. They want to obviously check us, and they want to promote. And they could miss a check there, but I don't think that's going to be very helpful. We definitely want to stop them from promoting. So how can we do that? I think we go here. Ah, wait, I know. What if I go king here? That stops the rook from checking me because of this pawn. And then they're on the back rank, so they don't have time to promote. So I think that's correct. And then now, after I take, they can still promote, but we then go back here for the back rank mate. Right, okay, that was a good one. So what's the so the theme here would probably be a quiet move. So number 8 on our list, I'd probably say yeah, quiet move. Also maybe defensive move number 6, because we're defending against the check. Yeah, all right. I'm happy with that. Yeah, I want to classify them. So each puzzle, let's classify it so that we get to know the different tactics, ideas. What's going on here? Take a careful look at the board. Do you see a way to win material? So my initial thought was this, but I don't think there's a good follow-up because after they take, don't really have anything. Usually this move, the previous move of the opponent, is a blunder. Okay, I'm seeing there's a check. Does that help me? All right, let's look for. Okay, let's look at the opponent's moves. Is he threatening anything? I don't think he's threatening anything at the moment. I'm not seeing any threats. This is not a threat. So, what do we want? We want checks. That's forces the king here. Then do we have a check follow-up? Maybe here. Rook comes in. Ah. So after we take, the king takes. We go back for the check. He can't go here because of the knight. And he can't go here because of the queen. So he has to go back. And that allows us to go in here. I think that works. Ah, they block with the rook. They block with the rook, so do we just take the rook and then we'll be up a knight? No, we'll only be up a bishop. Takes, king takes. We check here, maybe. It doesn't feel like we're winning in that situation. But I think I have to go for it. What's the follow-up? Here? Ah! Right, there's a lot more to this puzzle than meets the eye. We do have a check, but this is currently defended. So... What's the idea here? The king has to go up. And then what? Alright, let's have a quick look at the analysis board and just try and understand the idea here. So what's the follow-up? King f7. And then what are we playing? Ah, we pick up the knight. Ooh, sorry. Yeah, we pick up the knight and then, yeah, this will be winning. A knight and a bishop against a rook will be winning. Okay. So what's the theme here? So this rook move I would call a bit of a destruction. So we're destroying a defender in front of the king. It's also a sacrifice, so that's 1 and 3. It's also an attraction, so we're attracting the king up so that we have this check, so that would be a 9. And we're also clearing the rook for the other rook to come in, so that would be a 11. And then after we do this, it's just a trade. Queen comes in, and then this is the tactic that I missed, which is a fork. Yeah, okay, brilliant. Alright, on to the next one. You have a chance to beat me. Can you find checkmate? Well, I think the king is definitely stopped from going up because of our knight. So we just need to check him, really. And that's a check. He blocks. He also can block like that, though, which is not great for us. But then we have en passant, and I think we're okay. Yeah. Then he blocks. That's fine. And that's... So this would be maybe trapped 13, number 13, and I think that's it, really. Just trapped. Maybe not trapped. Maybe that's just a simple checkmate. Check and yeah, it's a bit of a funny one to classify. Find the game-ending idea for black. I've got a couple of checks in this position. Which one works? Here looks the best to me, really. Although this should work. Here. Here, king has to take. If they take... it's not really a great follow-up. I'm liking this move more. So this is a pin. So that's one tactic idea that we've got. I like this, but then after here, the knight's defending, but then don't we just have that and that's just mate? I think that's just mate. Ah, knight can block as well. But that still allows us to go here because the knight is pinned. So this is just a basic pin exercise. Okay. Alright, let's do one more and then we'll call it a day for this video. Try and keep it nice and short and sweet. Can you find a way to win my bishop? Got this check. So after we take, they take, we check, they have to go back, and then we pick up this rook. They take the rook. And I think we just up a bishop there. Yeah, I'm pretty... No? Why? Okay. I suppose it's similar idea, but why was mine wrong? Here is a mistake. It's still winning. Because this is equal. Rook and rook. The other way around makes more sense because we then up a bishop. Right, okay. That makes a lot more sense. You see, what I did there was I saw a check and I didn't think about the fork. Yeah, so this is just a simple forking tactic. Instead of a skewering tactic. So that's probably a good thing to end on, that there are multiple different types of tactics, but you just have to find the one that works for you or for that position. So that's probably a good lesson out of this video. Our goal at the beginning of the lesson was just to look at the tactics, not necessarily get everything right. But let's end on a correction, a correct puzzle. We don't want to end on a loss. So, do we see a way to win the game here? Check. King goes here. Then we go here. King goes back, and then we checkmate here, maybe? There's no other options, really. And then, yeah. Cool. Alright, what do we call this? This is advanced pawn, so that's number 5. Not really. I wouldn't classify this as advanced pawn. We're just checking. We're not sacrificing in order to promote. So this would probably be attraction. So what's attraction? Number 9. Yeah, we're retracting it so that we can check. And that's just a simple mate. Okay, cool. Alright, well, thank you for joining. If you like this video, let me know and we can do some more. If you want me to go deep dive into one of the different types of tactics, then we'll do that on the next video. But yeah, thank you, and I'll see you on the next one.